Hey y'all, I'm kind of broadcasting in the dark right now, but just bear with me. Um, Esoteric knowledge. Everybody need to study esoteric knowledge. Okay, something called esoteric knowledge. All right, it goes deeper than karma. Karma is only scratching the surface, okay? It's kind of like religion. People just study the Bible, the Torah, whatever religious book. You have to go deeper than studying that religious book. If you're going to study the Bible, you got to study Hebrew. You got to study Latin. You got to study the map. You have to understand and overstand history. Okay. You have to study a lot of things. You cannot just read the Bible and take it for what it is verbatim. Okay. Surface level. You have to go deeper. Okay. And even after you go deep, it's deeper than that. All right. Things are way deeper than surface level. Okay. The reason why is because I'm talking about this is because I had a situation happen, and somebody was telling me how their employees are stealing from them. Okay. And I'm like, you have to overstand esoteric knowledge. Okay. With esoteric knowledge, um, you get that people are gonna steal from you. People will steal from you. All the big companies, um, Amazon, Jeff Bezos, um, Walmart, Sam Walmart, all the owners and CEOs of big companies know that employees will steal, customers will steal. It's a part of doing business. They already know 10, 25% of their inventory is going to get lost or stolen or broken. Whatever the situation is, just write that off. That's going to be a complete write off. They already know that. In your life, you need to be prepared to write off 10, 25% of your life. You need to be prepared for that. 10, 25% of your life is going to be a complete write off. All right? Meaning it's going to be a loss. You're going to lose 10. If you live 100 years, you're going to lose 10 years, somewhere in there, or 25 years, somewhere in there. You're going to feel like you lost those years. The problem comes when you've lost 50 years, 60 years, 70 years, and you've lived to 100 years old. That's an L. That means on your record, you have mostly losses. Okay, that's like being a boxer. If a boxer is had 100 fights and they lost 70 fights, that's not a good record. But if a boxer like Sugar Ray Robinson, a great boxer, um, say he had way more than 100 fights, but say he had 100 fights and he only lost 30, that's decent, right? Especially if most of his wins was in his prime, but all his losses was out of his prime or before his prime. Okay, so we have to look at that also, right? But what happened is when people take losses, we always feel like, oh my God, I'm just over with. It's done with, right? Especially if you have a business and you don't understand these principles that you have to take losses in life. It took me some time to come to terms with it because I feel like I have lost 20 years of my life. And I say that all the time, and in a way, it's good I've been saying it, but I have to stop saying it so I don't keep repeating it. I just have to accept it, face that demon, and move on. Okay. One of the ways and one of the things also in esoteric knowledge is that you have to face your demons. If you're being chased by demons, the best thing is to turn around and look at that motherfucker dead in the eye. Look at him dead in the eye. Him or her, it dead in the eye. Face your demon, no matter what it is. Face it. Okay? What esoteric knowledge tells you is that if I steal from you, um, it's deeper than if somebody gonna steal from me. Karma will tell you if I steal from you, somebody gonna steal from me, and that's it. It's that simple. That's what karma will tell you. Esoteric knowledge will tell you if I steal from you, it has to. It's deeper. Okay, now if I steal from you and nobody never steal from me, or I never really feel the hurt that you felt from somebody stealing from me, um esoteric knowledge can explain why something like that could happen. Okay, for example, in an employee employer situation, typically a lot of these employers, they don't pay a lot. They do not pay a lot. That's typical. Most people making like $7, $8, $9, $10 an hour. In some countries, people make $10 a month, and you're like, dang, how does somebody have the heart to only pay somebody this little bit of money? Okay, how does somebody have the heart to even pay somebody this little bit of money? It's not that somebody have the heart to pay somebody that little bit of money. It's that you don't have the knowledge to understand and understand. You do not have to accept that little bit of money. Okay, you do not have to accept that little bit of money. Okay, they are not going to receive any type of karma because they pay you a little bit of money. You are going to receive the karma because you accept a little bit of money. Okay? Meaning everything is a contract. Everything is a contract, right? So if I go in a store and I steal a candy bar, I'm telling the universe, I don't have the money to pay for this candy bar now, but I'll pay for it later. That's what you're saying. You're saying you're poor, you're broke, you're destituted, you're a pauper. You're saying you don't have the money to pay for it now, but you'll pay for it later. That is what you're essentially saying to the universe. Okay, and the universe like, okay, we put that on your books, your records, pay for that later. You're going to pay one way or another. Okay, either the harvest you were supposed to receive, you're not going to get that. Like how child support take your money before you get it, taxes pay, IRS take your money before you get it. That's taking something from you before you even get it. Either that's going to happen or you will get something, have it for a little while, and then, oh yeah, I remember to charge you for that. The universe say, oh yeah, I remember to charge you for that candy bar you stole or that money you stole or whatever. Boom, and it comes back. Like my brother Yusuf El was saying, sometimes people go to jail and they're like, dang, why am I in jail? Why am I in prison? I didn't do this crime, or I shouldn't be in jail for this. It don't be that you're in jail or prison for something, sometimes for that thing that you did at that moment, but sometimes you're in jail or prison for something you did, but you did not get caught for. Okay, you did something else that you did not get caught for. Okay, and the universe is just using this situation to pay you back for that other situation. So you say, well, dang, how come people out here killing, murdering, doing all kind of heinous things, and they don't ever go to jail or prison for that? Everybody's jail or prison is different. Everybody's jail or prison is different. Sometimes people jail or prison isn't sitting behind bars. There are people that are better off and live a better life in jail or prison. Yes, some people, They live a better life in jail or prison. They need somebody to govern them. They cannot govern themselves in no kind of way. They're animals. Some people are animals. They need somebody to feed them, tell them when to get up, when to rest, when to exercise, when to go get sunlight, when to do this. Some people need that because they are vibrating on such a low vibration. They need that. They're on a lower vibration, lower chakra, the animal chakra. And some people, their jail or prison is to lose all their money. You ever see some people lose all their money and they kill themselves? There's a lot of people that killed themselves because they lose all their money or somebody else's money, or they can't pay their bills. There are people out here on all kind of drugs and going crazy because um you know, for whatever reason. That's their jail or prison. Okay? Would you rather be strung out on drugs out here, taking needles, catching HIV AIDS because you catching needles and suffering for the rest of your life um, for something you did, or would you rather do a year in jail? See? Sometimes doing that year in jail is better. 10 years in jail is better than suffering for your whole life for something. So sometimes people never been to jail or prison, like the jail or prison you think, behind bars, but they've been in jail or prison mentally. Okay, sure. It's a time I felt like I was in jail or prison for like 5 years. Nothing I did worked. Every time I bought a car, something happened to it. I bought a car to sell. When I was selling cars, something happened to it. Every woman I try to date, it just never worked out. For like 5 years of my life. Matter of fact, I went to see a card reader and she told me my ex-wife put some type of voodoo on me. All right? It was crazy for like 5 years of my life. It was crazy. That was my jail or prison. That was my jail or prison because I was just going through so much, and the universe knew that I couldn't deal with a regular jail or prison for no year or 5 years. I can't do it now. That's not my thing. But the universe knew if it took certain things away from me, right? It didn't take my freedom away. Matter of fact, I had more freedom because I was living in my car, my vehicle, but it took something else away from me. The universe took away my ability to multiply money. That hurts me a lot. That hurts me even more. That's something that hurts me even more if I don't have the ability, especially as a man, to make money, multiply money, to have a woman. That hurts a man's ego. It hurt my ego. I can't have a woman. Things like that. It was a time I couldn't get a woman to save my life. For like 8, 9 months, I couldn't get a woman to save my life. I didn't have sex or nothing. It's like I couldn't get a decent woman to save my life. It was ridiculous. I could not believe it. I'm used to being the man. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't make money to save my life. It was a time. I couldn't believe it. But that was my jail or prison. Okay? That was my so-called karma, right? But what esoteric knowledge tells you is that just because something happened to you, it doesn't mean this is the reason. Like some people say, well, this bad thing happened to you. Oh, that must be your karma. Not necessarily. Sometimes you got to go deeper. Okay. Esoteric knowledge will tell you, okay, it's different reason for things happening. Okay. People might be stealing from you, not necessarily because you stole from somebody. Okay, maybe that's not your element. Maybe that's not what you're supposed to be doing. Okay, maybe your time in that thing expired. Okay, maybe um for example, let's say a relationship, right? Let's say a relationship. Um Everything is a relationship, whether it's an employee-employer relationship, man-woman relationship, brother-sister relationship, mom-dad relationship, parent-child relationship. I should say father-mother to offspring relationship. Everything is a relationship. But anyhow, let's say you with your woman or your man, and um and they cheat on you. Okay, it's not necessarily because you cheated. Some people be like, well, I never cheated. Why does this person cheat on me? Sometimes you're in that relationship too long. Sometimes the relationship done expired. It's time for you to go, but you don't want to go. And the person done moved on to the next person they're supposed to be with. But you're still lingering, or everybody's still lingering. Sometimes it's not cheating. It's the universe moving on, but the universe moving on, but you still hanging on. Okay? Sometimes it's not that your car broke down. Sometimes you're not supposed to have that car anymore. Okay? You're supposed to have another car, but you still hanging on to this car. Sometimes it's not that your job firing you, or that your employers are assholes. Sometimes you're not supposed to be on that job anymore. That job expired. Your time on that job has expired. You're supposed to be on another job or being prepared for another job, but you stuck at this job because you blew all your money. Every weekend you going out, you smoking and drinking all your money up. So now you stuck at this job because you wasn't saving any money, and you cannot even move on to your next job because you stuck at this one. You don't have any money saved up to help you in that transition to something better. That's why you stuck at this job, because you keep spending your money. Okay? You can't buy that house, you can't buy that land, you can't buy any property, not because God is punishing you for stealing or something bad you did. Sometimes it's you not being ready in yourself. Okay, you not being ready in yourself. You spending your money on shit, stupid shit. You nickel and diming yourself. That's what we all do. We all nickel and dime ourselves. Every time we go to the store, we buy a Snicker bar. We buy something for $1, $2, $3. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that's just $1. Oh, that's just $2. We nickel and dime ourselves. I probably nickel and dime myself out of about $100, $200, $300 every month. I already put that in my budget. If you're a type of person that you're gonna nickel and dime yourself, you need to put that in your budget. Okay? When I do my budget, I'm like, these are my bills. Okay? This is whatever extra I'm gonna do for this month. And then here's my nickel and dime money. I already have my nickel and dime money set aside. Okay, because I already know you have to put petty cash away for yourself, or nickel and dime money away for yourself. You can't have a budget of $1,000 of what you need to live on and then nickel and dime out of that. You cannot do that. You will not be able to move on in your next step in life. Okay, you will be stuck at your situation. Okay, you will be stuck at your situation. You nickel and dime out of money, extra money. You don't nickel and dime out of your money that you need for you. Okay? The money that God done sent you, the universe done gave you for a harvest. You don't nickel and dime out of that. If you got a harvest, your harvest done came in. You expected a harvest of 100 bushels of corn or whatever, and you got 200 bushels of corn. Okay, you could nickel and dime that other 100 bushels of corn. You could blow that because that was extra. Okay, you shouldn't blow it. You should not blow it. You should just put that towards making more money. But technically you could blow some of that. Okay, but if you expected 100 bushels, you only got 50. You don't have no room in there to be throwing anything away, to be nickel and diming yourself. Okay? So sometimes it's not that we being punished for something. Sometimes it's that we're not being good stewards. And in not being good stewards, that filter over to an effect, which now we can't call it karma. We have to call it cause and effect. I didn't receive this new job. I didn't receive this new man or woman. I didn't receive this new vehicle because I wasn't putting my money aside. I wasn't saving. I was out here blowing my money on cigarettes, drugs, alcohol, whatever extra stuff I don't need in my life. Weed, whatever extra stuff, lottery tickets. I play lottery. Okay? Whatever extra stuff I don't need in my life. Okay? So I'm telling you guys from experience. This is not something that I'm making up. I'm telling you guys that I've studied esoteric knowledge and I've experienced all of this stuff. And we've all experienced it. Okay? Sometimes you hanging on to that car, you like, man, you driving that car every day. This is not supposed to be my car. You hanging on to that man or woman, you with that man or woman every day, you know you're not supposed to be with that man or woman. You on that job, you like, man, this is not, I'm not supposed to be here. This is not supposed to be my job. You could feel it in your bones. You're not supposed to be there. And sometimes you could feel it like, man, I know I'm in this situation. I know I'm with this woman or this man, because I know I could feel it's a reason I'm supposed to be with this person. You like, I know I have this car. I could feel I'm supposed to have this car. I'm speaking in terms of, it's not a good man or a woman or good or bad, good situation for you. It's not the car or your dreams. It's not the job of your dreams, but you're in that situation because it's something you need to learn, something you need to get out of it. But it's just for a time. And then once that time is over, either the universe is going to take it from you, God going to take it from you, or you going to leave it. But I'm telling you guys, just because something happened, it's not always karma. You have to look deeper than karma. You have to look at yourself. You have to look at yourself. You have to look at your life. You have to study esoteric knowledge. Sometimes, again, it's not karma. There could be three things. Remember, 3 is the magic number. Everything comes in threes. 3s, 6s, and 9s. Mostly 3s. Sometimes it's karma. Sometimes it's things has expired. Sometimes it's cause and effect. Karma, things has expired, cause and effect. Okay, another example of cause and effect. So I did expiration if something expired, but you just wasn't ready to move on and you're still there. I did karma. If you do something bad, something could come back to you. Now I'm gonna do another example of cause and effect. Cause and effect is like this. You're supposed to get paid $20 an hour, but your boss only paying you $10 an hour. You like, man, this job paid $20 an hour. I'm only getting 10. That's crazy. I'm a manager over here. You agreed to $10 an hour. You agreed to $10 an hour. So your boss is not going to receive no punishment for paying you $10 an hour. You sign a contract, you will take these $10 an hour, even though your boss know, everybody know you're supposed to be getting $20 an hour as a manager, right? And now you go steal and you like, man, I'm going to take this money some kind of way. I'm going to steal everything I can out of this motherfucker. I'm going to steal these candy bars. I'm going to steal some money out the cash register. I know somebody this just happened to. That's why I'm kind of using this example. They were a manager in a store. They wasn't making that much money, so they were stealing money. The other manager caught them. They got in a fight, and this person got fired. Now they lost their whole job, their whole income. You cannot be on a job. It's happened to me. I've worked for people, and they've not paid me, and I just Don't worry about it. I let them receive that karma. I don't steal from them. I say, hey, I'm gonna still finish the job, do the best job I can, and when I'm done, I'm done. And I let them receive that karma of not paying me when in their heart they knew they should have paid me, right? Um, if I steal from them, I'm gonna receive that karma. Okay. If I don't steal from them and I just do what I'm supposed to do because I already agreed to work for this little bit of money, okay, if I steal from them, I'm going to receive that so called karma. Okay? I'm going to receive that. Technically, they're not going to receive no karma either because I agreed to that. They're not going to receive any karma for that because I agreed to that. But their heart might prick them. Their heart might prick them. Now, if I steal from them on top of agreeing to only take that little bit of money, they're completely in a free because it's like, hey, yeah, I know I didn't pay you a lot of money, but you stole from me. So technically, you got your extra money. I don't owe you shit. That's how that goes. Even in relationships, you be in a relationship with somebody, you like, I did all this for you. I did all that for you. You ain't do shit from me. Well, bitch, like with especially with a woman will be like, well, didn't I give you all that good sex? Or even a man will be like, well, didn't I give you all that good sex? Did I deny you sex anytime? So sometimes the people, their payment to you is giving you sex. Everything is a contract. You got to be mindful of so much out here. That's why when you go to court, and I know I'm kind of all over the place. That's why when you go to court, if you're not married and you go to court and you like, Your Honor, I did all this for him. I bought him a new car. I brought him this. Your Honor, I did all this for her. I paid all her bills. I did all that for her. I did all that. The judge is going to say, were you married? No. That was a gift. That was a gift. Even if you were married, that was a gift. Notice all these shows, unless it's explicitly agreed on, this is a loan, it's considered a gift. I don't care if it's $1 million, unless that person agreed this is a loan, it is considered a gift. And you like, dang, that's so wrong. You gave that person $100,000 and they just took the money. They didn't even try to pay you back. Yeah, because it was not agreed upon that it was going to be a loan. So it was a gift. Okay? It was a gift. This thing is so deep. Sometimes a contract is just words. Sometimes a contract is your behavior. If your behavior is, oh, man, I need $100,000, and the person just gives you the $100,000 like that, your behavior is you're giving some money away. Your behavior is not as it's a loan. If it was a loan, your behavior would more be like, hey man, this is a loan. I'm gonna text you right now. I loaned you $100,000. Just reply yes that it's a loan. That is what your behavior should be if it's really a loan. Okay? If you give somebody something like your time, your labor, and you just accept them $10, you didn't say, hey, I'm going to accept these $10 an hour now, but later on, I want some medical benefits. I want some 401k. I want some this and some that. If you don't say that, if you don't say I want a bonus if I ever quit or get fired, if you don't say that, all you getting is your $10 an hour. You're expressing in contract and in your behavior by showing up to work every day at the said time. In your behavior, you're saying you accept these $10 an hour. Okay? So that employer not going to receive any karma. Even when you steal from your employer, that's a write-off for them. That is a write-off. They get to write off everything you steal for them. You actually helping them to make more money. That is a complete write-off. You say, well, I'm going to burn this building down. Go ahead. You helping them make more money. When black people burn all these businesses down and riot, you're making these companies more money, these businesses more money if they have insurance. You're making them more money. It'd be the black businesses that don't have insurance a lot of times and y'all burning them down. But you go burn down a CVS, Walmart, whatever store, you making them more money by burning down that business. That's a complete write-off. Okay, so sometimes you cannot look at things as karma. Sometimes things is karma. Sometimes it's cause and effect because of some kind of contract you agreed to. Okay, and sometimes your time has expired, but you still lingering around. Your time has expired, but you are still lingering around. I'm gonna tell you, I was in a relationship on and off for like 15 years, and I kept lingering around. I kept going back, lingering around. You know, every time me and that woman broke up, my life was better. Every time we broke up, my life was better than I was with her. When I say better, I mean I was making more money, all of that type of stuff, right? I when I was with her, I was miserable. I wasn't 100% happy, but I stuck in there because I wanted to keep my family together. I wanted to have a family, right? So I stuck in there, right? Since I've completely not been with her in that way, my life has been on a straight up, up. Even times I've been single, my life has been on a straight up. I've been acquiring a lot of properties. I didn't acquire not one property in the 15 years I was with her. And we had money, hundreds of thousands of dollars. We had the money to go buy stuff. I did not even acquire one property with her. Okay? We bought a bunch of cars and trucks and stuff like that, but not one property, right? And then we end up losing all them cars. I'm telling you, sometimes you hanging in these relationships and your time have expired. I know you in your heart you want to stay together because your family or this person, you want to keep your family together, or this person's a good person, or a good being or whatever. But you have to evaluate your situation. Dang, why is this not working out? Why am I suffering in this situation? Is it something I did in my past? Is it some type of cause and effect, some contract I agreed to? Or is my time expired here? Am I supposed to be moving on? You have to look at those three things, minimum. It could be 6 things, 9 things, but at minimum, you need to look at those 3 things. Okay? And I heard something else Denzel Washington said last night. He was like, on a video I saw, he was like, people confuse staying busy with progressing, right? Being busy with progressing. I always ask people, what are you doing with your time? People just be busy. Just because you're busy don't mean you're progressing. Because you could be running in place. I could burn the same amount of calories running in place as if I ran from here to New York. The difference is I got from here to New York. I made it somewhere versus I'm in the same position running in place. Or sometimes people just running in a park. You're going to run around the park. You say, man, I'm going to go running today. Okay, I'm going to go running too. Where you running to? I'm running in New York. Oh, I'm going to just run around the park. The other person, oh, I'm going to just run around the park. 90% of people just running around the park. You're going in the same circle year after year. You need to run out the park. Stop being comfortable. I ain't running out this park. This is a safe park. I see them boys selling drugs over there. I ain't going over there. I see them robbing, killing, stealing over there. I ain't going over there. Sometimes you need to run out the fucking park. If you want to get where you want to go. But if you want to stay in your same position, okay, stay running in the same park. Stay running in the same park. Sometimes you got to get out of that out of that comfortability. You got to get out of that comfortability. Anyway, man, I could keep going with this. If anything, I'll do a part 2. I'm gonna keep this video short. I love you guys. Get in my mastermind class, man. 754-229-0940. 754-229-0940. Okay? My land mastermind class. All right? Talk to y'all later. Peace.